Y'all know I had to come outside just to flex. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Naya, back at it again with another video. And did you guys notice I cut my hair some more? But before we get into the video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe for more content from me. And remember, I'm on the road to 200 subscribers, so help me get there. Like, come on. But anyway, I know I'll be saying I talk too much, so let's just get right into the video. So, I was on Facebook, as always, and I seen somebody post a status, and they was like, oh,
let me tell y'all about the time that I went through my boyfriend's phone for the first time or whatever.
And I was like, I think I got a story about that. And I know I'm good for a good story. So I'm like, let me tell my story. So I'm going to take y'all all the way back. And we're going to call this boy Dude because he don't really need a name. Me and Dude was like a on and off relationship. We was like together one day, 1 week, and the next week we not. Like, that's really how we was or whatever, which was very toxic. I'm sorry, I keep looking out the window. So me and Dude was like a very toxic relationship or whatever.
We would break up one day, make up, break up, and make up. It was like toxic as F, y'all.
Don't be like me. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm so tired, y'all. After this, I'm going right to bed. We was like a real toxic relationship or whatever. Me and him would always break up. But every time we would break up, everybody was like, oh God, we already know they're going to get right back together. So we ain't even going to pay them no mind. That's how we was. That's the type of relationship we was. But when we would break up, I wouldn't go talking to nobody else, but he would. But it was like coming to a point where I'm just like, I can't take this no more. Like, you're not going to keep doing that to me. So I wanted to talk to him about that, like, in person. So earlier that day, my grandmother was making me mad. So I had to leave the house anyway. And then me and him had gotten into an argument about something. I was like, bro, I will pull up on you right now. You need to explain why you talking to all of these different females. Like, what you got going on? Like, I know we're not together right now, but like, you already know the vibes. You already know, so don't play with me. I called my sister or whatever. Well, she not my real sister, but we grew up together, so I call her my sister. I call her like, yo, what you got going on? Like, what you doing? And she was like, man, I'm going through it with this dude or whatever. He trifling, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, let's link up. Let's go get something to eat. Let's pull up on these dudes, because they playing with us. So we went to Popeyes or whatever. You know, I love me some chicken. So I called him. I called Dude, and I'm like, where you at? He was like, I'm home. Where else would I be? But like, he got like 2 houses. Like, he stayed with his mom and his grandmother, and like his grandmother had lived somewhere else. So like, I was like trying to figure out which house he was at. So he told me where he was at or whatever. He was like, he at his grandma's house. I'm like, all right, cool. Hung up on him. I'm like, yo, let's pull up on him right now. Because like, he was playing with me. Like, don't have me looking dumb on social media. Don't do that. Like, everybody know that you and me are gonna get right back together. So I don't know why you playing with me. So I pulled up on him or whatever with my sister, and I'm banging on his front door. Like, open the door. Like, open the door. F wrong with you, TF. So I'm like banging on his door, whatever. He like, oh boy, just like, I want to know why you're playing with me. So he opened the door, whatever. He let me in. We was talking. I'm like, yo, why are you playing with these like little girls' feelings? Like, are you dumb? He like,
man, I ain't talking to nobody. Blah, blah, blah. You're crazy. You're delusional.
Whatever lies he was trying to tell me. I believed him because, you know, that was my baby. And like, he said he ain't cheating, so I'm going to believe him. We were chilling in the living room or whatever, and he was sitting at the kitchen table, but me and my sister was sitting on the couch. So for some reason, I just got up and told her to come get up with me and go to the bedroom, because I wanted to like lay down in the bed. So I'm laying down or whatever, and she was standing up because she was like, she don't want to sit down on his bed because she don't know like what he got going on. I'm like, oh, I understand. So she's standing by the door and I'm sitting on the bed. He came in the room with us or whatever, and he's like, what are y'all doing? Like, why y'all in here or whatever? And I'm like, cuz I'm chilling or whatever. So I guess he had to use the bathroom or something, so he put his phone down on the dresser. Once he put his phone down on the dresser and he left, like, I didn't know his phone was on the dresser until like I sat up, because I was laying down on the bed. So I sat up and I seen his phone, and I seen him walking away, and I'm like, opportunity awaits. So he put it face down. I picked up the phone. Girl, it was unlocked. So I said, oh, he asking for it. Something told me to lock the door so I could really go through his phone, but like, I was trying to be fast, so like, I ain't have time to lock the door. So I'm going through his phone. I went straight to Snapchat. I said, let me see what he got going on Snapchat, because, you know, that's how dudes be cheating. So I went on his Snapchat or whatever, and I see this name at the top, and I'm like, it's an unfamiliar name, so I'm trying to figure out who this be. So I click, I open it or whatever, and I scroll up, and like, all I see is like, baby, I miss you. Oh, baby, I'm coming over. Baby this, baby that. And I was like, so I just started texting her. Like, I was so fast with these messages, y'all. Like, I wish I had the messages. I sent a long paragraph in less than 10 seconds, y'all. I said,
he has a girlfriend, he's fooling you, I don't know what he got going on, don't be dumb, like, he's messing with your feelings, like, girl, you could do better, blah,
blah. I'm just going off because I'm like, no, don't try to play me or her, like, TI. So I guess he heard me go, or, yeah, like, I guess he heard that, or, like, he heard me gasp, like, I was like, TF. So he came running back in the room or whatever, like,
oh, why you got my phone?
Yelling like that, and I'm just like, what you mean? So I immediately threw his phone at him. Immediately, just tossed him his phone, and I began to charge at him because, like, now you're playing with me. So I'm trying to swing on him or whatever, and he's like holding me down. Like, he started to hold me down on the bed. He was like, oh, give me kiss, give me kiss. Why you so, like, what you got going on? Why you mad for? Why you mad for? And I'm like, F you mean why I'm mad? He was like, we wasn't together, like, we broke up. That was when we broke up or whatever. And I'm just like, why do dudes think that that's okay? Like, we just broke up and you already texting this girl come over. You feel me? So he was like, oh, give me kiss, and saying all of this stuff. And I'm just like, bro, get off of me. He was like, no, because you're going to hit me. And I'm like, I'm not going to hit you. So, y'all, soon as he let me go, Mink started hitting him again. I grabbed him by his hair and I dragged him from his bedroom. And I did him the lie. I dragged him from his bedroom to the couch in the living room. And I'm like, who is that? And I'm holding him down. I'm like, who is that? Who is that? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. He was like, why does it matter? We was not together when I was texting her. Blah, 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 blah. Saying all of this rah, rah. And I'm just like, bro, I'm out of here. So I'm gathering my stuff or whatever, getting my bag or whatever. And before I left, I trashed his whole room, trashed everything. Because I'm like, don't play with me. So I walked out his house or whatever. And I'm thinking like, no, I'm not done. So I went back and I started banging on his door again. He was like, man, Naya, get off my block because you're making a scene on my block. My people about to come home, like, you making a scene. I'm like, no, I'm waiting for them to come so they can know how trifling their son is. I was crying. I started to cry to him. I'm like, bro, why would you do this? You always doing this to me. You always doing me dirty. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm nothing but good to you. And you just be, you know, sugar honey iced tea on me. Like, you know, you feel me? I was just crying my eyes out. He was not caring. So I just left and went home. And y'all, when I went home, I went on his Snapchat. And this dude posted that girl and was like, oh, this gonna be my future wife. Y'all, I was so freaking hurt. But like after a while, of course, he came back to me trying to get me back or whatever. Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. And of course I took him back because I was so freaking in love. But I would never again. He still be calling me to this day. Yeah, that was the story of the time that I went through my dude's phone and called him cheating. I hope you guys liked this video. I'm extremely tired and I'm going to bed after this. So I'm going to make this little outro short. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe for more content from me. And remember, I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers. Or whatever. But I'm out. Love you guys. Bye.